Hey everyone, it's Bob. You know how we're always warned about debt being this terrible thing, right? A four-letter word that spells out trouble. But here's a twist. The wealthy have a totally different take on it. Instead of seeing a bill, they view it as a key. A key that unlocks doors to opportunities most of us never get to see. Sounds wild? Let's dive into it. All right. Let's talk about debt in a different way. Not all debt is the same. You know, bad debt happens. When you borrow money for things that don't really help you financially, like getting that new phone that drops in value as soon as you take it out of the box. On the flip side, good debt is when you borrow to invest in things that can actually make you money. It's not that wealthy people are any more clever. They just understand this distinction. Let me share a little trick that's all about using OPM, meaning other people's money. Instead of spending their own cash to grab an asset, they tap into bank funds. Why go this route? Well, there are two main reasons. Leverage and taxes. They prefer to keep their own money invested in other opportunities. Here's the cool part. Interest on loans is usually tax deductible if it's for investment purposes, so they can cut down their tax expenses while also growing their wealth. It's a win-win situation. Stick around because I'm about to show you the 4 exact strategies, and smash that like button if you're starting to see the light. Let's dive into the world of real estate. Meet Chloe, an astute investor. She discovers an apartment building priced at $400 grand. She puts down 20%, which is $80,000, and secures a mortgage for the remaining amount. She rents it out for $2,500 a month. Her monthly mortgage payment is $1,800. The rent covers her mortgage, boosts her equity, and she walks away with $700 each month as profit. With her $80K investment, she's managing a $400K property that generates income. That's the magic of leveraging. Let's talk about stocks for a moment. Picture this. You can take out a loan at a 4% interest rate. Now, say you're looking at a diversified ETF that has a track record of giving you a 10% return each year. If you borrow $100 grand, you'll be paying the bank $4,000 annually. Meanwhile, your investment is bringing in $10,000. That means you just pocketed $6,000 using the bank's cash. This is how you can really grow your wealth quickly. Let's break down the ultimate strategy. Buy, borrow, die. First up, buy. Imagine a billionaire who snags $10 million in Amazon stock ages ago, and now it's ballooned to worth a whopping $100 million. Next, we have borrow. She's in need of cash, but selling her stocks would mean facing a hefty tax hit. So she approaches a private bank and says, "I've got $100 million in stock. Can I take out $5 million against it?" The bank replies, "Sure thing." Loans aren't considered taxable income. She gets her money, her stocks keep appreciating, and she only pays a minimal interest rate. By doing this, she sidesteps a 20% capital gains, tax on that $5 million, saving herself a cool $1 million in taxes. Finally, we reach D. I know it sounds grim, but hear me out. When she passes away, her heir takes over the stock. Thanks to the step-up in basis rule, the heir's cost basis resets to the stock's value at inheritance time. That massive $90 million gain, it goes untaxed forever. This is all about the heavyweights in the business world. It's the process of how companies acquire other companies. Picture this. A private equity firm decides to purchase a failing pizza chain for $100 million. They only put in $10 million of their own cash and borrow the remaining $90 million. After giving the pizza chain a makeover and boosting its profits, they either take it public or sell it for $150 million. Once they pay off the $90 million they borrowed, they keep the $60 million profit. So they essentially turn $10 million into $60 million just by leveraging debt. That's a whopping 500% return. So what's the deal with this? Using leverage can really boost your profits. Plus, debt can be pretty smart when it comes to taxes. You can write off the interest. And unlike your income, the cash you borrow isn't taxed. It's not just about having cash in hand. It's about knowing how to tap into resources and using them wisely. You might think this is all just talk, but take a look at Elon Musk. Back in 2022, when he was buying Twitter, he put up his Tesla shares as collateral to grab billions in loans. Instead of selling off his assets and facing a hefty tax bill, he leveraged what he already had to get cash. Basically, he went the debt route. If you're finding this info eye-opening, I'd really appreciate it if you could do a couple of things. First, hit that like button so more folks can check this out on YouTube. Second, Make sure to subscribe and tap the bell icon because next week, I'm diving into a serious topic: the dark side of debt and how it can really mess you up. You'll want to hear about both perspectives. And lastly, drop a comment below and let me know which of these 4 strategies caught your interest the most. This is Bob, helping you decode finance. Remember, knowledge is power, but applied knowledge is profit.